All right, so here we are. We're here for simple Facebook marketing strategies, but let's not kid ourselves. We're not here to enrich Mark Zuckerberg. We're here because we want leads. That's really what we want. Let's just be real about it. I mean, oftentimes I talk to business owners and they'll just go a whole bunch of stuff, and I says, really what you want is more visibility and more leads, and they're like, yeah, that's really what we want. And so we're faced with this, 2019. Business owners, we have to make sense of that. And if that's not already confusing enough, there's actually two of those platforms that are no longer here. Google Plus and Vine, they've gone, right? And what's ironic, there's still some activity on Google Plus, but Google, as you said, yeah, we're not supporting this. So that leaves us like this. 2019, the average business owner is confused, overwhelmed, and it certainly doesn't work like it used to. We're trying to make sense of that, but it's not as easy as it used to be. And the reality is, we're getting 3,000 messages a day. That's a staggering number. Like the average person in North America is getting 3,000 messages, whether it's on your Facebook post or whether you're walking about or you're watching your television. So you, as a business owner, are competing with that. This is a live feed. This is what's happening right now, right? So and here we are trying to compete with that. 294 million tweets so far. Now, I know half of them are from the White House, but still, that's a lot of tweets, right? Over 2.7 billion, with a B, videos views on YouTube so far. 2.7, right? 2.2 billion active users. Look at the one in the bottom right-hand corner. There's already 50,000, over 50,000 websites that have been hacked today. That's what's happening. So that's the world as us business owners or marketers are in, this thing. So here's what happened because of that is we chase butterflies. We're like, ooh, Facebook Live, let's go, whee, let's do Facebook, no, Facebook Messenger, sorry, Facebook Messenger. We're chasing butterflies. Oh, no, it's the stories, we have to do stories, that's what we have to do. And we're chasing butterflies, we're going from Instagram to Facebook to YouTube, and we're chasing the lead, just throwing stuff and having fun. But that's not a lot of fun. So the vast majority of business owners, when I talk with them, are actually asking this question, is how do I get the right people to know that we're here? That's our goal, right? When you're looking at your target market, really your problem should only be, how do the right people find out that I'm here and that I have those products? And the second question is, how do I stand out? How do I stand out? And how do I compete? And how do I stand out with all this noise? So we're wasting a lot of money collectively on ads. We're throwing all kinds of money on videos and Facebook and Twitter and Google ads, and we're throwing all kinds of money, and we oftentimes don't have a lot to show for it. But here is the thing that I want you to get, and I think that that's the foundation of this presentation. There is a huge difference between Facebook and Google, and the difference is one is a marketing tool and the other one is a sales tool. Our collective confusion around this needs to be split. We need to understand that Google is about sales and Facebook is about marketing. On Facebook, there's no intent to buy. None. Nobody actually wakes up in the morning and say, I'm looking for something and I'm going to go to Facebook to buy it. We go to Google with an intent to buy. I'm looking for an AC contractor in Dallas, Texas. There is an intent. There's nobody that does that on Facebook. There's no intent to buy on Facebook. None. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be a transaction that is going to take place out of an ad or out of something on Facebook, but we do not go to Facebook to purchase anything. We really don't. Anyone has gone to Facebook looking for a product or a service? One person. There's always one in the crowd. And that was you, and thank you. Right? But when we are looking for something, we go to Google. So here's the difference between those two for us, as marketers. Facebook is where we know who is there. And Google is what and when. We know what they want and when they want it, but we don't know who. On Facebook, we know exactly who. That's actually really the power of Facebook. It's its targeting ability. So the other thing that we also need to understand, and that's often the dilemma when we're talking to business owners and major corporations, is what is your strategy? Is this a long-term strategy or is this a short-term strategy? If you need to make the phone ring, if you need leads now, this quarter, Facebook is not going to be a good option for you. Google is. And simply because there's an intent to buy on Google. Right? Facebook is a long-term strategy. If you're not thinking in terms of long-term, 6, 12, 18 months, then Facebook is not. If your company is actually really set at looking at next quarter's numbers and that's their focus, then Facebook is going to be a problematic engine for you. I believe that for us, the biggest thing that we need to understand with Facebook is it's an underpriced attention. It's probably the cheapest tool that you have in 2019 to get people's attention. I don't know anything that is cheaper than Facebook. And I'm going to show you a couple of case studies there, how we actually play the game. And we are not wasting any money on Facebook. We're only paying exactly what we need to pay to figure out whether it's going to work for us. And the second thing, which is a truth, is that the targeting effectiveness of Facebook is second to none. You can target men that drive a Lexus, that live in this county, and likes the Dallas Cowboys. Right? You can target, you can pinpoint people with such an accuracy that it's actually staggering. There's not a lot of tools that gives you this ability. Certainly not on television, certainly not on print. We need to understand the intent behind Facebook and the context of Facebook. Once we get those two, then we're going to be able to succeed. So I'm going to give you a 3-part strategy today with Facebook. It's going to be a 3-part strategy. The first one is what we need to stop doing. What we need to collectively stop doing. I go to business owners, I go to all kinds of businesses, and I say, okay, show me what you're doing currently. And this is what I see. Post after post after post after post of boring stuff. And how do I know it's boring? No likes, no comments, no shares. This is detrimental. And I says, okay, please entertain me. What is this deal here? You have a marketing agency, right? And they say yes. And it says, what are you paying for? The 7 posts a week, the 14 posts a week, or the 21 posts a week? They're like the 7 posts a week. Isn't that interesting? Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but the 3 posts at the top have 1 like. And I was like, who is that? And then I looked at it, that's the marketer liking their own stuff. This is sad, right? This is really, really detrimental. It's actually, it's counterproductive and it's detrimental to your business. And the reason why it's detrimental is because Facebook algorithm is designed to hide boring stuff. This is not the icon for stuff. But I don't want to speak French, although I speak French fluently. That's the algorithm. Like people are trying to figure out the algorithm of Facebook. That's what it is. Their business is to keep you on the platform. They want you to stay there. They don't want you to go to Twitter. They don't want you to go to, even though they own Instagram, they don't want you to go to Instagram because it's a different division. They don't want you to go to YouTube. They want you to stay there. So how do they keep you there? They hide boring stuff. And if your posts have 0 likes, 0 shares, no comments, they will actually never, ever, ever show any of your posts. Does that make sense? It's all about likes, shares, and comments. That's the measure of success. How do I know my posts are working? Do they have likes? Do they have shares? Do they have comments? And the great thing is that Facebook will promote what we collectively like. So think about it. What other marketing platform that you can actually pay for an ad, and if this ad is liked by people and shared by people, actually Facebook will promote it to even more people. Think about it from a billboard standpoint. You have a billboard on the highway, you're paying $15,000 to have a billboard. Whether people like it or not, they're not going to do anything. It's not like they're going to say, oh, people like it, therefore we're going to put another billboard 5 miles down the road. That's it. You just get one billboard. Not with Facebook. They will actually promote your own content if they like, if they comment, and if they share it. The more comments, the better. Facebook came out actually 2018, early 2018, saying that one of the number one in the top 5 most important things is the level of comments that you have on your post. So your job as a marketer is to try to create engaging content where people are actually going to talk. Actually, the longer the comment, the better, right? So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people to comment. So what we need to do as marketers in 2019 is videos. I was just interviewed earlier. It says, what are the 3 things that I should do on Facebook? And I says, it's easy. Videos, videos, videos. And the reason why is because videos get 1,800% more engagement than pictures and text combined. 1,800% more engagement with videos. Now, that's 18 times. Now, as a business owner, as a marketer, you get my attention with a 5x, right? You're going to 5x your odds or 10x your odds of winning here. It's 18 times. That should be the motivation for you to say, okay, we've got to get on video marketing like immediately. We've got to figure this out. Facebook came out and said that the ideal length for a video on Facebook specifically is 20 to 90 seconds. That's Facebook data. That is the ideal length of a video. Minimum 20 seconds, maximum 90 seconds. That's how we like to consume the content, which actually is completely opposite of what YouTube is. The sweet spot for YouTube is actually 12 minutes, right? So when you're seeing a lot of stats that, and I don't know, maybe you want to play on YouTube and whatnot, so on YouTube you would want to create longer videos, and one of the mistakes that I see a lot of marketers, they're taking the same video and they're posting it on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. All of those platforms are different animals. On Facebook, I would say your goal should be a 60-second video. That would be the length of a piece of content that we would enjoy. That is going to be effective for us. If you think about it, I mean, look at your own behavior when you're on Facebook. When you go to YouTube, actually, we're mostly looking for content that is interesting and how-to content and whatnot. We're going to sit and watch something, you know, for long periods of time. But on Facebook, it's just like we're just going. Like, we're not going to be sitting there and consuming long pieces of content. So 60 seconds is a good spot. Now, when I talk to business owners, here are the 3 things that stops them from doing videos. The first one is I'm too busy. Who can relate to that? Busy, right? The second one is I don't know how to do it. Who doesn't know how to do video marketing? Okay, there's a couple of hands. And the third one, which is my favorite, is I don't like the way I look and the way I sound on videos. I'm seeing your nods and your smile. So first of all, it's universal. I do wish I looked and sounded like George Clooney. It's not the case. It's more like Uncle Fester for me. You know, but the thing is universal. We just don't like the way we look and sound. And here's the thing: is we know what you look and sound like. You're in front of us. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We actually know. We can see you. You're right there, right? We don't think you should be different. But the cure is the more videos you do, the better it's going to get. You know, after 10 videos, you start to care less, and after 20 videos, you care even less. I know you guys are marketers, and you're in a business So you would always respect someone putting an ad on a video, on a pre-roll, and I know that none of you would ever skip on a video, right? All right, raise your hand if you systematically click on the skip button. Now look around. Now keep your hand up and look around. That's systematic. So my question for you would be, why on God's green earth would you think that shooting an ad or a commercial for your business would be a good idea? We don't want to watch it. Ads is not what we want to do. All right, the second strategy is the proven method to actually win on Facebook. This is a strategy that has been tested by major companies, but it's what I call the why, the how, and the what strategy with videos. It's the how, the why, the how, and the what. So here it is. It's called the 3x3 formula. You need to produce 9 videos. You need to have a portfolio of 9 videos that are going to be effective for you. So basically, it's your video funnel. At the top starts with the awareness, which is the why videos. Why you do what you do. And I'm going to give you more details on that. And the second one is then you will target the people that have actually consumed your why content. You will target them with how videos, how-to videos. And you need to have a portfolio of 3 of those videos. And to those people, you're going to target them with the what. And the what, that's your ad. The problem with too many businesses is they start at the bottom. They go right for the what. They go right for the promotion, the special. Here I am. Hey, buy my stuff. If for some reason it doesn't work, and they're like, why it doesn't work? Or Facebook is broken, or there's something, but no, it's like the intent. None of us is going to Facebook to buy anything. We don't want to see your ads. We don't. We're not ready for it. We haven't developed the rapport or the relationship for you to be selling me anything. I don't even know if I like you yet. So here's one of the ways you can actually break it down for something a little bit more specific of what a why video would be. What was your first job? Childhood memories. What are you grateful for? Like, it's really the in-depth thing. That's what I'm going to show you a case study that's going to blow your mind of like people that have actually created why videos and it just went like crazy. The how is like the tips for prospects, interviews, product solving problems. The how-to videos is a huge space that all of us should be playing in. And then obviously the what's, promote your services, promote your products, and promote your special. My French is coming out here. Promote your specials. Why videos? So let's talk about the why videos first. What is a why video? I'm going to show you a why video so you actually see how it's done and how effective they are. On a why video, there's no selling. None. No selling whatsoever. We're not selling with a why video. We're actually bringing you in. We're being authentic. There are great topics here if you want to take a screenshot of these. These are actually questions that we ask business owners for them to actually answer those questions. And they are excellent because any answer that will come after those questions will actually produce content that will have people being related to you. It will show your authentic side. What motivated you to start? What are you known for? What are you most proud of? Why you do what you do? Those are great topics. So these are the why subjects. Sometimes like, I don't know what I want to talk. Answer any of those questions. So here is Mark J. Page. Mark J. Page is an eye doctor in Phoenix, Arizona. And he has been in business for over 15 years. And he has only 824 people that likes his page. So it's not a huge following. And he created a video, a why video. And I want you to take a look at it.
When I first became an eye doctor, my dad had gone blind. And it really helped me realize how precious our eyesight is. And as a doctor, I was realizing I was helping people see better, but I'm seeing that their vision keeps getting worse and worse. So I tried to figure out, is there some way we can kind of stop that from changing or stop it from getting worse? So I really believe that our life revolves around our eyesight. So we created what's called the Invisalens. And that does kind of help stabilize the eyes, kind of like braces for the eyes. So I'm Dr. Mark Page. I'm the founder of Invisalens. We'd like to help you and your children see a better life.
How was that? Is this guy like so charismatic on video? How was the production? There's a black sheet behind him. I mean, he went all out here in the decor, right? But still that, because the vast majority of the video is about him, why he does what he does. Like, who would want their eye doctor to actually be this guy, as opposed to the guy that says, come to my shop and buy my stuff? It's not interesting. We want to connect with a human being. 106 likes, 18 comments, 28 shares. He said, that video gave me more business than I got in the last 10 years. That single video of why, of being authentic, of saying why I do what I do, gave him more business than he had in the last 10 years. One video. Does that inspire you? Now let's talk about how videos. How videos is basically how to. Still no selling. Nope. Don't even think about it. There's no selling in the how-to videos. A how-to videos is how things are done. One of the things I was actually just telling you, the Pew Research Center did a study on YouTube, and it's actually, it's not Facebook, it's YouTube, but it's the same realm. 51% of all the traffic on YouTube is how-to related content. If you have gone in the last 30 days on YouTube to look for how-to content, please raise your hand. Almost the entire room. Let me show you a different one. Actually, this is Frameworks in Miami. So Frameworks, they do picture framing. So if you stay in a hotel in Miami or on a cruise ship, chances are that the picture frame in your room is framed by them. They do frames by the thousand. They have 35 employees. And actually, it's fun because when you go in their shop, they got like, you know, stacks of hundreds of the same painting, stacked in the warehouse. Here's a video. I'm not going to show you the whole video because actually they didn't respect the 1 minute, so 3 minutes. So I'm just going to show you about the first minute of the video. Again, I want you to look at the production of how they've done it, then I'll show you the results of what they get.
Chris Sweeney from Frameworks here. Today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to face mount to acrylic. Let's go. So the first step is in our creative department. Our creative director here is taking the image, the digital image, and processing it, making sure it's high enough resolution, working on crops and edits to how to make the photograph most beautiful. Once that's done, it gets printed through a RIP software. This particular job is being printed on our high-end photo printer, an Epson, which has 4 different black inks in it. So a print like this size is going to take approximately 45 to 50 minutes. It's being printed on a polypropylene photo finish. So that's step 1. So once the print is completed, it moves into the mounting division where the mounting process begins. Once you've selected and itemized the thickness of the acrylic that you want, we can do anything.
So you get how it's done. This video was actually shot on a iPhone. It was not a video production company, so this was done in-house. They were asking us, by the way, they were the typical type of company that was doing beautiful video, and I'm going to show you one of the beautiful videos they have done in a second. So with a video production company, and they were like, well, we're not getting any traction with this. Like, it's just not working out as well. And I says, well, it's because it's not interesting. People don't care. Give us some how-to. This video, this is 7 days, organic. And on their page, they had 135 people that liked their page. So it reached 5,700 people. Again, this is the proof. They have 135 people that like their page, and Facebook say, I am going to show this video to 5,700 people. Is that a good deal? Yeah, I want that any day of the week, right? 2,500 unique viewers of people that actually consume the content, 176 engagement. They got a $3,000 order within the first week, and they got a $50,000 order from a restaurant on Miami Beach out of that video. They saw it, they says, oh, that's exactly what we were looking for, and they placed an order. It was not an ad. The chances of that specific restaurant actually seeing that video is slim to none. The reason why they saw it is because people liked it, they shared it, and they commented on it. They were never targeted, right? I mean, look at this, 176 post engagement. Here's the deal, 11 shares. 11 shares on a video how to. How many people shared your video lately outside of you? Right? Imagine like having 11 people sharing your own content. It's simply because it's interesting. People were commenting on it. They were like, oh wow, I didn't realize how complex it is. Those face mount to acrylic, they're about $1,500 a pop. They're very expensive. By showing the entire process of how something is done, people are like, oh, I get it. It takes an entire day to do it. It's a complex system, right? So now let's move to the what videos, which is the third type of videos. This is when it's selling time. Now we've produced the why videos, we've produced the how videos, now it's time for the what videos. It's time to make the phone ring. So what videos ideas? Again, it's promote a product, a service, or a special, right? This is when it's time to promote your products and services. Now let me show you framework. This is them selling a video, so it's a little bit of a mixed bag of why, not how, but there's a little bit of why in there, but it's definitely a sales video. Watch this one.
Frameworks were committed to bringing together interior designers or architects and pairing them with artists specifically for a project. At Frameworks, we don't have in-house artists. We have relationships with hundreds of artists around the world that we can then pair up. So our commitment isn't to necessarily selling you what we might have in our inventory, but really committed to giving you what you need for your site-specific project. And we're committed to having that be as innovative and creative as you want or need.
In Frameworks, we're interested in matching up the right designer with the right artist. It's not that we have 5 artists that we work with and it's kind of whether they just paint in red or green or yellow for the designer. It's about if you need someone who does sculpture, we find a sculptor. If you need someone who's a photographer, we find a photographer. And that's what's really interesting for us, is to make that marriage between both.
So this is obviously the what video. That's them promoting their business. But bear in mind, they're showing this video to people that have consumed the content on the what, on the how, and the why. Okay? So here it is. This is the 3x3 formula. This is the proven method that works for all these companies. You know, you follow this process, this will give you an effective strategy to actually win on Facebook. Now the third thing. The third thing is the numbers and the budgets. You know, how are you going to make that happen? And the good news is you don't have to spend a fortune. Here's one truth. It will cost you about $8 to $9 in 2019 right now for 1,000 views. So if you have a video and you boost it for $8 to $9, you should expect to get 1,000 views. Now that's not guaranteed. That's the expectation. That's what I would expect if I invest $8 to $9, right? So if you invest $8 for a video and the result after a week is telling you you only got 500 to 700 views, then that video is considered not too good. Facebook is giving you the answer. Facebook is looking at how people are engaging with your content. Do they like it? Do they share it? Do they comment on it? And then if it works, they'll say, okay, I'll show it to more people. So by the way, it could be like with Frameworks, it could be served, you could get 5,000 or 2,500 views. It's not limited to 1,000 views. You could actually get 10,000 views with $8, right? So if you get 500 to 700, it's meh. And if you get less than 500, then it's no good. Just a week. I'm going to give you the method, the next slide. You're one step ahead of me. I like the way you're thinking. Right? Just a week. One of the things that we've stopped doing is wasting good money after bad videos. That was our method. We had a video, so okay, what do we do? I don't know, $300, 400, 350. There you go. Boom. Let's throw 350 at it and see what happens. No, we don't do that anymore. And then the other thing that you need to know is the through play. The through play is the key metric that's the most important for all of us. Now, people are looking at views. Views is great, but views is 3 seconds, right? So here you are, you're on your feed, you're looking at videos, and then all of a sudden I stop and my wife says, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, chicken. And then I keep on going, and so it counts me as viewing. I didn't view that video. I just turned my head and say chicken, or the door ring, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I did not view that video. Or I looked up and looked at something on the television, but I did not view that video because that's 3 seconds. Through play is 15 seconds. It's actually 15 seconds to the entire view. That's the only metric that counts. As a marketer, that's the metric you want to look. So what you do is you divide the number of through plays, which in this case is 350 in a video. So we got 350 through plays, and we invested $8. So we divide it, and that gives us 2 cents per through plays. Is that a good deal? Yeah. I'd buy a through play at 2 cents any day of the week. If all your videos perform like that, you're doing very well. But here's the thing. If it's under 5 cents, it's awesome. Your video is doing great. And if it's between 5 and 10, again, we're like, I don't know. Let's test it against another audience and see if we can get a better performance. And if it's above 10 cents, it's no good. That video will not perform. You're spending way too much money on a bad video. This is the game plan that we teach all business owners. You do a video, a why or what video or how video, and you upload it and you boost it for $7 for a week or $1 a day. Right? That's the thing. And then you'll look at the results after a week. And if your video got approximately 1,000 people reached, and you're paying under 5 cents per through plays, then you can increase the budget. Then you can spend $30 for 30 days, $100 for 30 days. It doesn't matter, but you do not waste money on bad videos, because Facebook is going to tell you the truth. You have to look at the data, what it's telling you. So all videos needs to be tested against different audiences. You should have, as part of your portfolio, at least a dozen audiences. Because a video may not perform well against an audience. For example, you're targeting men, and that didn't resonate with the men. You didn't get the true plays, you didn't get the views, but let's try it against women. And then all of a sudden against women it works better, but still not as good. So you should have women that like yoga, or whatever it is in your demographic, or women that drive a Lexus versus driving a Ford. Right? You should have a dozen of audiences like this. So you're testing your videos and you're seeing, your job is to actually figure out, is this a good video or is this a bad video? Not all your videos are going to be good. As a matter of fact, the vast majority of them are not going to be good. So let's manage expectation around that. 1 out of 10 videos will work, which means that 90% of them will fail. And that plays against our lack of patience. Like people try videos, they go on Facebook and it says, yeah, we tried 3 videos, nothing worked. I'm like, yeah, you still got a whole bunch of videos to go. Only 1 out of 10 works for us. So if you need 9 videos, how many videos you need to produce? Probably around 90. That's the reality. So just produce videos, produce your why videos, do 1, then 2, then 3. Maybe all you'll need to do is produce 5 videos to get those 3 that are going to work for you. But if you're like the vast majority of us, it's probably going to be closer to 9 to 10. You have to build your video portfolio is going to take you 6 to 12 months. If you're not allocating a minimum of 6 to 12 months in this, when you're going to be talking to the CTO or the CEO about the budget and your strategy, unless they're allowing you to have a minimum of a 6 to 12 month strategy, then Facebook is not a good place for you, because it's a long-term strategy. There's no short-term results on Facebook. There's none. It's a long game. Here's the order you need to do them in. You first need to do why videos. That is your order. Do not do what videos until you have your why videos done. People want to jump to this because they want to make the phone ring. The phone will not ring unless you have done your why videos first and then your how videos. And once you have built those audiences with a why and then a how, then you go into the what. And that may be 6 months from now. That's the reality. It may take you 6 months to get there. But once you get there, then it just goes like wildfire. This is when you're seeing those stats. Is how do they make it work? It's called patience. Have the patience to build an audience and have them in. The why is the big blanket. It's the video that is like, it's really why I do what I do. So it's this authenticity. Like people absolutely love authenticity. So this is when you're building an audience. Your how video will be targeted to the people that actually watch the why. Because your biggest audience is going to be with the why videos. This is why it's called a funnel. Right, because it's not going to be like so you may have like 1,000 people that watch the why, and it's going to bring it down to 500 people that watch the how out of that audience, and it's going to bring it to 100 people that are going to consume the what videos and are actually going to go into the store. So 3 questions that you're going to go and look at your content when you leave, when you get back to the office, or probably on Monday. You're going to go and look at your posts and look at all your posts and ask yourself those 3 questions. Does it add value? Do my video add value? Do they? An ad does not add value. It's you trying to bring me in the store. It does not add any value. Right? Is it a how? Even like a why is actually adds value. It's authentic. It's like, wow, I feel for this guy. Like the Dr. Page. It's like, I can relate to this guy. It adds value to my life. Right? The second question is, does it make me smile? Does it make me smile? We love stupid cat videos, right? This is the type of content we love, so your content has to make people smile. If it does, then this is great. And then does it make me want to participate? Like, do I actually watch a how video and I'm like, oh yeah, like I could do something. You know what I mean? I'm looking at a video, that's a great idea. I can do this in my living room. That's something I could participate in, right? So those are the 3 questions. You need to have at least a yes to one of those questions. Ideally, all 3 of them, but at least one. If it doesn't have a yes to any of those 3 questions, those videos of that piece of content will not perform. So how to win in 2019 and 2020. Gartner did a study recently and said that 57%, on average, 57% of the decision is made before they even get to you. 57, on an extreme cases, it's 70%. Look at your own behavior when you're ready to buy something. Do you just go blindly to the first place? Or do you do a little bit of research on Google? Do you go on YouTube? You look at the reviews. You're looking at what's the cost for this? What are the reviews for that? You're going to compare this and that. 57%. So then my question to you is, are they educating themselves with your content? Or are they educating themselves with your competitors' content? That's a good question. Because we all do it here. Well, we want to buy a computer, we want to buy air conditioning, whatever we want to buy. We're going to do our research. We have those tools right in front of us on our phone. We have all that technology that is going to give us all that information, and we're going to consume it. So if you don't provide people information that they actually want to make their buying decision, they're going to consume it with someone else. And the chances of them doing business with that someone else is really good. One of the most effective ways for me as a marketer to promote anything I've ever done has been with how-to videos. And one of the most staggering things for me is how easy the conversion is. I'm always like surprised. I'm like, well, you want a quote or something? They're like, no, we got it. We want to work with you. The videos are already establishing trust and authority for you. So that's out of the way. You can get down to business. The time to get started is right now. The fastest growing demographic on YouTube is guys like me. French and bald. No. 45 to 65. Fastest growing demographic on YouTube. Your kids are watching YouTube, right? That's their television. That's the television of my kids. That's what they watch all the time, whether I like it or not. That's what they watch. But we are coming on. We actually are coming on to this thing. So the time to get started is now. You're not too late. You're not behind the 8 ball. You got plenty of time. There's plenty of growth. I don't believe that we're at the end of video marketing. I think we're just barely getting started. Stop chasing butterflies. It's not an effective strategy. It's fun. It keeps us busy, you know, messengers and stories and all this, but it's not effective. There are $71 billion that is being spent right now in America on ads that you and I don't watch on television. $71 billion. I don't know what you do. You watch your television on DVR. I don't know if any people watch live television. Most of people watch recorded television, right? And then you watch the show, and what do you do during the commercial? Do you sit and watch them, or you just zip through them? Right? So think about it. You skip on every single ad. Every single one of you raise your hand, and you skip on the television at home on the ads. And they're spending $71 billion for this crap. Pardon my French. The minute the recession hit, which is, according to a lot of economists, is right around the corner, right? And it's nothing bad, by the way. It happens, right? We're going up, we're going down. So we're about to hit a recession. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be catastrophic like 2008, but it's an adjustment. The second this happened, all those brands that are spending that $71 billion, they're going to come on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. And the days of $8 for 1,000 views are going to be gone. You're going to be talking to kids in 4 or 5 years from now that would say, you used to pay $8 for 1,000 views? $8? It's $50 now. That's right around the corner. So my advice to you is take advantage of that, because you can actually start and have your video portfolio figuring out what works and what doesn't work for your business at $8 per 1,000 views, which will cost you at least 10 times that in 5 to 10 years from now. No question. There are some companies that actually have grown and built empire around the wine business with betting for 5 cents on Google AdWords for the word wine. If you know Gary Vaynerchuk, that's how actually he grew his business. Now it's probably something like 20, 25 bucks, right? So this is what's happening right now. It's dirt cheap for us to market ourselves on Facebook. It's not going to stay like that. If you don't, you're going to be behind everybody. You're going to be behind the 8 ball. So do your strategy, the why, the how, and the what, with videos, and this will give you all the leads that you want to have for your business in 2020. Thank you very much.